Welcome to the Ponderscope, your Arlington High School news, updates, and more. On January 25th, Stand Club will be hosting its annual Battle of the Bands. It will contain 6 student bands of varying styles and 1 teacher band, the Educated Guests. It will be held at the Regent Theater at 7:30, and tickets will be $15 in advance and $18 at the door. Hope to see you there. Starting now, the lunch order will slightly change. Fusco House will now be taking second lunch, Downs House will take first lunch, and column and physical education classes will stay at third. If you're unsure which lunch to take, ask your teachers. Do you want to make the world a better place? If so, please join Zachary Post, a 7th grader at Ottoson Middle School, who has chosen to support a charity called Good Sports as part of his bar mitzvah money. Good Sports is a non-profit company that creates opportunities in sports and physical activity for kids through donation of brand new sports equipment, apparel, and footwear. On Monday, January 27th, Arlington High School will be treated to a professional production of the play Thurgood, the life story of our first African-American Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall. Select classes will be attending the school assembly. The A-Town Teen Film Festival takes place on March 24th at the Regent Theater. The deadline for submissions is March 9th. Narrative films, documentaries, music videos, and art films are all accepted. Submissions must be under 10 minutes in length. Details are online at acmi.tv/atown. If you need help creating a film, contact ACMi's youth coordinator at kevin@acmi.tv. I'm Chandler Betts, and this has been the Ponderscope. Now, Nick, what's happening with boys basketball?
Well, Chandler, they've actually been struggling a little bit as of late. With their last 8 games of the season remaining, they have to win 6 of the 8 in order to qualify for the tournament.
That's going to be a big push. What's their schedule looking like?
Well, the boys basketball team has been on the road lately, taking a win against Reading 65-54. Following that, they faced a great defense in Woburn and lost 58-29. Then, they traveled to Medford and lost 56-47. They'll host Lexington at home on Friday the 24th. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Girls basketball had a tough week on the road, with 2 close losses to Reading, 48-44, and then Woburn, 42-37. Determined to get back on track, they beat Linfield in a nail-biter on Wednesday, with a score of 28-27. They close out a week at home against Lexington on Friday, starting at 5:30. Boys hockey has stayed strong, beating Wilmington 4-1 on Saturday and fighting back against the top Pope Francis team to tie 2-2.
Murphy floats it up the middle, and here comes an Arlington breakout. Missouri score! Anthony Missouri! A beautiful goal. It's a nice pass. A beautiful pass by Ryan Davies, but Anthony whistled that one. He'd been quiet for a couple games, but there's a nice goal from Anthony Missouri. The Arlington boys tie it up. There is joy in Mudville.
They face Burlington at home on Saturday the 25th. Puck drops at 8. Girls hockey also continued their solid season, beating Wilmington 4-2 on Saturday and tying a talented Longmeadow 1-1 on Monday. On Wednesday, they hosted Winchester in a big league matchup and won 2-1. They'll host Burlington on Saturday the 25th at 6 p.m. at the Eddie Burns Arena. The wrestling team has a lot of talent as well. On Saturday, they won all 3 matches against Worcester, 24-0, Hopkinton, 44-30, and Concord Carlisle, 45-29. They travel to Burlington on Friday the 24th for another matchup. That's all for this week's edition of Sports Update as we inch closer to the playoffs. I'm Nick Antonakis, and I'll see you next week.